Virgo is an earth element sign that is ruled by Mercury. You tend to be cerebral rather than emotional and have a razor-sharp mind. Mercury gives you a keen eye for detail and an extraordinary memory.
And you can remember your whole life?
Yes, I can remember my whole life.
Because you learn from your mistakes, you usually don't make the same ones again. Virgos constantly are analyzing individuals and situations. You enjoy providing solutions to people, which frequently are in the form of sound advice or criticism. As an earth sign, you are grounded in reality and are not a slave to idealism. This means that your observations sometimes can come across as harsh. You approach life in a methodical and practical manner. Consequently, there are some things that you simply cannot tolerate in order to maintain your sense of security and peace. Let's explore some of them now. Virgos are meticulous in their attention to detail and have a strong desire for order. Your life mantra is keep everything in its place. You prefer to keep your life systematic, organized, and routine. A well-established structure brings you a sense of contentment. However, at the same time, this can make you an over-controlling micromanager, especially at home.
All right, everybody, if I can have the little ones out.
You know what, sir, if you don't mind, I've got this. Come on, people, let's get out of here.
Unplanned vacations, loud emotional outbursts, jumbled notes, spontaneous reactions, chaotic settings, changes in routine. All of these things cause a great deal of anxiety in you. Virgos are compassionate individuals who enjoy serving others, particularly on a mental level. You never stop giving counsel to people who are stressed or confused. You are irritated by not being needed since your desire to help others is so strong. When people take you for granted or disregard your advice, you become discouraged and withdrawn. The nicest compliment you can receive is, "It would not have been possible without you." You are annoyed when people don't follow your wise advice and wind up experiencing problems, but then pretend as if everything is okay. At the same time, you don't want to be the focus of everyone's attention. Instead, you prefer to work behind the scenes. This is the primary reason that you dislike bright colors such as red. You favor earthy colors like pasture green, honey brown, and wood chocolate that allow you to blend in with the surroundings. Who says Virgos aren't outgoing? This stereotype exists because you shy away from crowds and commotion. You prefer personal interaction rather than the chaotic nature of group conversations. For this reason, you may be mistakenly labeled as aloof when in a crowd. But you actually are sociable. You simply are waiting for an opportunity to speak with someone personally. Being around superficial and boisterous people irritates Virgos, especially those who do not think before speaking. No one likes to be interrupted, and Virgo is no exception. In fact, you despise it.
Don't interrupt me.
While a single instance might be forgiven, especially if the person interrupting you apologizes, you will leave the room if it continues rather than subject yourself to more abuse. You also are bothered by repetitive sounds, even if they are not loud. A pencil tapping, someone typing on a computer keyboard, constant clicking sounds, people cracking their knuckles, anyone chewing gum with their mouth open. These things can drive you absolutely crazy. While the actual sound may be soft, it becomes louder and louder in your head as it continues. Virgos are well known for being polished, courteous, and modest. You lose respect for people that act in a rude or reckless manner. Virgos have a hard time understanding people who do not think about the consequences of their actions. For this reason, you rarely get along with persons born under the sign of Aries because of their rashness and impatience. Virgos also don't like people touching their belongings or moving them around. You like things to be organized and in their proper place. If a person moves something of yours, you will tend to view it as careless and disrespectful behavior. Virgos become annoyed by people that don't share their careful and detailed approach to doing things. You are among those who study the instruction manual carefully before assembling something, rather than just irresponsibly jumping in. Because you were fully convinced that yours is the correct approach, you will consider it impolite if people do not follow your lead. Virgos are polite and humble. Because you prefer to work behind the scenes, you don't expect gratitude or attention in return when you provide a helping hand. However, you do expect people to follow your advice and become upset when they do not. You dislike disclosing secrets, whether they are yours or someone else's, and you don't like it when people share their secrets with you. This is basically why you come across as dependable and an excellent secret keeper. It upsets you when friends talk about your personal life. Although they are perfectly comfortable doing it to others, Virgos are bothered by people sneaking a peek at their computer screen or looking over their shoulder when they are doing something. Even while in the midst of a crowd, Virgos require their own personal space. They are not what you would call touchy-feely people. Virgos are not very imaginative. They like to stick to the facts and basic logic. For this reason, dreamers like Aquarius irritate them a lot. From a Virgo's point of view, imagination is a waste of time. Virgos also are bothered by spontaneity. Like a good chess player, they have several moves or days planned out in advance. Suggesting anything that might interfere with their schedule causes intense anxiety in them. They definitely are not the type of person that you would want to plan a surprise birthday party for. Of course, Virgos are capable of adjusting to unsuspected situations. After all, life is full of surprises and requires flexibility. But Virgos accept this grudgingly, and friends should think twice about spontaneously dropping by the home of a Virgo. Like everyone, Virgos have their quirks and eccentricities, some of which we have explored here. But it's also important to keep in mind that they are very kind, attentive, and honest. You will be hard-pressed to find someone more responsible, reliable, and loyal.